Welcome, this is your Option Monster Volatility Sonar Report. From the floor of the CBOE, this is Jamie Tyrrell of Group 1 Trading. Well, the VIX is up for the third straight day and the market is teetering on the verge of being down for the third straight day. Google earnings came out after the close last night and did disappoint. This morning the market has been down most of the day, rallied briefly back to unchanged and is now down again. In the VIX, we've seen this explosion in the VIX cash, but you'll notice the VIX cash and the February VIX future are nearing the same price. There had been a $5 spread between the two of them back at the end of December. Now in January, they'd always been expecting the February VIX to come in the low 20s. We're actually up in the low 20s in the cash. The prediction about where we'd settle looks to be not that far off at this point in time. We have earnings coming every day and the market feels like it could really just sell off 10 handles, rally back 10 handles in the S&P 500. Feels possible of a lot more things than when we were over the holidays with the S&P 500 moving at about a 10 volatility, an extremely low VIX level back then. Now we're seeing bigger moves, 2% moves, 1.5% moves, moves much more consistent with the VIX being in the low 20s. Even so, we still have people guarding against even higher VIX levels. It feels like for the last month, people kind of got lulled to sleep. A lot of people might have been not buying as much protection as they normally would just because they didn't feel like the market could really come unhinged. Right now we have a ton of interest in February upside, up to 100% upside calls. People protecting against a double in the VIX, which is a level of volatility consistent with what we saw last March and the October about 15 months back. So we've had those February 42 half calls that were sold for a nickel earlier this week are bid up to 30 cents. They've been trading 30 cents, the 45s, the 47s, the 50s. All of those strikes have been bid up huge. They're trading at a volatility of about 150. So a very high volatility level for all of those options as people scramble for protection now that the market's moving quite a bit more. This is Jamie Tyrrell with Group 1 Option Monster.